Hi, Mario.
Hello. So tell me, this guy tonight, what is it?
What's this? The Chazan?
Is it for Mincha or Kabbalah?
No, for Kabbalah Shabbos.
And is it like,
He's a good voice, but he's quick. He doesn't schlep.
okay, it's not Kalevach.
It probably is, but he usually doesn't schlep. He's fun. He's fun.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
very good.
But sit near the door just in case.
Yeah?
Sit near the exit just in case.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of the worst punishment ever. I think it would be me on a cruise of only chazonim.
Oh, yeah.
They have those things. They have them.
Yeah. I like Chazonis, but I don't like it, the schlepping.
That's the problem. They get carried away with their own voice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I agree. A nice davening, it's beautiful, but sometimes they just think they're so. Oh,
Oh, I saw Gerard's son. He almost
oh,
shaved his beard.
oh, really?
Yeah.
I
He,
haven't seen him in a while.
I think I saw him in Starbucks or
Yeah,
in Manchester with a shirt on the outside and the titties hanging out. I mean,
he's not a rabbi now, so he doesn't have to.
I'm
He's
surprised.
he's busy with the artificial intelligence.
Yeah, I
He's
got
been
an
giving
email. I got
seminars.
an email yesterday.
Yeah, he's doing seminars. So I know that someone said that he's working on something about how, let's say, like Tzvika gives a shear and he wants to quote this rabbi, that rabbi. With artificial intelligence, you just push a button and all the sources come up.
Hmm,
So,
that's okay.
yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know where to look for them, but supposedly the artificial intelligence will know where to go find it. So,
By the way, what's the next novel we're gonna do?
oh, I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know.
The one
After
that,
Malachim? I don't
yeah, I
know.
think it's what Ernie's always quoting. I bought it just in case. I don't even remember the name in Spanish. Writings? No.
Yeah.
Divrei Yomim.
Right.
That's the next, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it here. I think so.
What happened? What are we doing?
What comes
Walter,
after Malachim base? Do you know what comes after Malachim base?
Divrei Yomim.
What comes after? I don't know.
If you
Weren't you
don't
there?
know, how should I know?
Why didn't you tell me?
I'm Googling it.
How are you, Walter?
I don't know. Not feeling so great today, but okay.
Why? What's wrong?
My eyes are hurting.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
boy. Are you putting some drops or no?
Yeah,
Not
all the time. But I forgot them. I went to work and I forgot them, and then I came home. I put it. So everything's better. Thank you.
I hope you get better soon.
Yeah, I have to.
The eyes look good.
Yeah, the eyes look good.
Yeah. Ernie, before you start, what's the next novel we're gonna do? Divrei Yomim?
No, because I don't think Divrei Yomim. No, I believe that the next one will be Daniel.
Oh, okay.
Daniel's great.
I bought the wrong one.
because chronologically,
Yeah,
we're gonna as the Jews are taken to Bavel at the end of Malachim Beis,
yeah.
Daniel picks up what happened in Bavel with Daniel and Nebuchadnezzar.
Oh, okay. All
Then
right.
after Daniel, I want to do Esther. Why Esther? Because it follows after Nebuchadnezzar. Achashverosh, that is
So
the
we're doing it
first
chronologically. I
chronologically.
like that. I like that.
I
Yeah.
like, and then Ezra and Nehemiah.
Mhm.
You understand?
Actually, so that's good.
Yeah.
Chronologically, so it gives us a historical, because we've been learning it that way.
And then
Okay.
Trump. And then Trump.
And then Trump. So tomorrow night, 7:00 Daf Yomi,
Yeah.
and then 8:00 the Nachshir.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we're on Gimel Amud Aleph. We said that really Minat Torah, monetary issues and life and death issues, the Eidim should undergo the same Drish of a Chakira. There's a which we're going to learn in Masechta Sanhedrin, the procedures, how you have to investigate the Eidim, which is very onerous. Shenemar Mishpat Echad Yelachem. It's the same, all the dinim, whether it's monetary or nefashos, you need to have Drisha v'Chakira. So umatam amru dinei mamanos lo bein Drisha v'Chakira. Then why did they say that mamanos don't need that? Kadesh lo tino dels b'fnei lavin. If you required, if all the Eidim who were going to give testimony about a loan would know what they have to go through, nobody would make loans. Nobody would serve as Eidim for that.
Gabriela y Rafa te llamaron. ¿Te dejo acá?
Elamiato.
Tienen shir.
So maybe the Chacham wanted to make it easier. In Dine Mamanis, so then we said you don't need expert dayanim, even a regular person, a balabayas. But then to'u lo yishalmu. The din is, if you're an expert on a bezah, you made a mistake, you don't have to pay. But if you're a lay person, you should have to pay if you made a mistake. And the fact that they don't, then kol shekin noel dels b'fnei lovin. Then certainly if you're going to have a bezdin of hadyotos, they don't have to pay, nobody's going to make money. Nobody's going to loan money. The bezdin's going to make a mistake. They won't paskin the halacha properly, and they won't get their money back. So the Gemara says, Yachi tarti ktani. Dine mominus would be hodos and halvos, would be b'shlosha hedyotos. You need 3, but they don't have to be experts. Gzelos v'chavalos, stealing and damaging, b'shlosha mumchin. But the ode, the way Rav Avo explained gzelos v'chavalos was the detail of what it means by dinei mammon. So, shlosha lamali. He already said dinei mammon is b'shloisha. The dinei chavol is b'shloisha. Why repeat that? There's really 2 dinim. Mishum Rav Chanina, who Rav Chanina was mekel by dinei mammonos. And this is how you have to understand our Mishnah. The dinei mammonos that were hoidos v'alvos is regular 3 hedyotos. But by gzelos v'chavolos is 3 mumchim. Ravacha bred Ravika Omar that midoraisa chadnami kosher. Here's a new chiddush. Really, in Torah, you don't need a bezdin of 3. 1 dayan should be enough for hoidos v'halvos, because it says b'tzedek tishpot amisecha. If you notice, it doesn't say tishpatu; it says tishpot, which is lashon yachid, which seems that it's permitted for 1 dayan to serve on the court. Ella, they made a takana mishum yoshvei kronis. The problem is, since now we said that hoidos alvos you don't need a mumcha, so you're going to have some balabayas who's a batlin, who didn't really learn. and we don't want one of the dayonim to be the Yoshev Kronos. So they figured if we have three, one of them will probably be able to learn. Why? In three, you're not going to find batlonim, people who don't know how to learn. So it says if you have three, it's absolutely got to be that one of them at least learned. So if, according to Torah law, and we say that the dayonim could be regular balabatim, so imto lo yishalmu. So in Torah, if they made a mistake, they didn't not have to pay. So the Gemara says, "Kol shekain denefishi yoshvei kronos." If they knew that they wouldn't have to pay, then many batlonim would run and want to serve as dayonim if they knew there was no sort of responsibility. So the Gemara wants to know what's the difference. Ma'ika ben Rava, who says that the din is you need mamonos with three hadyotos because of Rav Chanina, that to make it easier, and Ravacha, the Ravika, who said that minator you don't need three, only one is enough. What's the difference between those two spars? Ikibinayu, Damar Shmuel, Shnayim Shadonu Dineim Din, Ela Shenikru Bezdin Chotzuv. Two people did a Bezdin. You know, it's what they paskin is correct. It's just called a chutzpahdik bezdin. Rava Leslie, the Shmuel. You have to have at least three. So Shmuel's statement of two wouldn't work. Ravacha Revika, who said that really minator you only need one, is like the Shmuel. He holds of Shmuel because two is double than one. Okay. The Mishnah said nezek v'chatzi nezek. When an ox gores, you pay damages or you pay half damages, you need three dayonim. The Gemara says nezek, if somebody was injured by an ox, hainu chavolis. That's any kind of damage that is done either by a human being or an animal. So the Gemara says, yeah, we don't need nezek. That's not a chiddush. Mishum to go by the mistake chatzi nezek. Chatzi nezek is a special din. So since we have to be taught Chatzi Nezek needs three, Tani Nami Nezek Sholim. So the Gemara says Chatzi Nezek Nami, Hainu Chavolos. Chatzi Nezek should have been cared for also by Chavolos. Because it's damage. So Tana Mamona. Now, when something is damaged and you pay the monetary value of the damage, that's Mamon. Uktani knasa. Then there's knas, which is an extrajudicial fine. It has nothing to do with the value of what was damaged. It's a knas. And chatzi nezek is not considered mamon, it's considered knas. So the Mishnah had to mention mamon and mention knas. Hanich lemanda mamer paganazika knasa. Fine, that would work. According to the Mandomer that says that when you pay nezek, half nezek, it's considered a knas. Really, it's monetary value that you're paying. The Torah gives you 50% out because you didn't have full responsibility because it was not, you didn't know that the ox could gore. Then we're back to the same question. Michael and Meimar, nezek and chatzi nezek are the same thing. So the Gemara says a different svara. Adi kaboy lemisna, tashlume kevel v'tashlume arva chamisha. Later in the Mishnah it says when a ganav pays kefil, or if you stole a sheep or a cow, you pay arba v'chamisha. Shehei mamon she'eno mishtalim barosh. This is mamon that is not paid exactly to the value of what was damaged, meaning. Let's say what was damaged, it's worth $500. You end up having to pay $2,000. Tananami chatzi nezek, which is mom and shemish tam barosh. You're paying less than what was damaged. Chatzi nezek tami nezek shok. So it goes backwards. Now, shloisha minola. This, that you need 3 dayanim, where do you get it? The Ton Rabbanon. It says, V'nikrav Baal Habayis Ela Elohim. The Baal Habayis should approach the judge. Harei echad, that's one judge. Then it says, Ad Elohim Yavod Dvar Shneim. You have Harei Kan Shnayim. That means the 2 parties will come to a dayan. Now you have 2 dayanim. Then Asher Yarshiyun Elohim Harei Kan Shloisha. That's Divrei Rabbi Yoshia. That's Rabbi Yoshia's opinion, that we have 3 times in the Psukim where it says Elohim, where it refers to a dayan. That's the source that we need 3 dayan. Rav Yonasan Omer says no. The first Elohim that we said, Nikrav Baal Habayis Elohim, we don't have that Lidrasha. Rishon Tchila Nemar. That has to tell me the whole din that you need a dayan. The Ein Dorshin. And you can't use that first Elohim for a drasha. Ein Dorshin Tchilos. Ela Ad Elohim Yavod Dvar Shneim Harei Kan Dayan Echad. Then it says Asher Yarshiyun Elohim Harei Kan Shnayim. Now, if you have a basin of 2, it's 1 against 1, based in shakel. So you have to add a dayan so that they would have 2 against 1. Neima Ki Dorshin Tchilin Kamiflagi. Is this the machloikas, whether in the Torah, when the first statement is made that gives you the yesod of the thing, are you allowed to darshan that? The Mar Sava Rabbi Yeshua says darshan chilos, and then Umar Sava Rabbi Yonasan says ain't darshan chilos. Lo, kul am ain't darshan chilos. When you're doing a drasha, we don't use the first statement. Here's something different. Rabbi Yoshia im kain. If we wouldn't have darshan the first Elohim, name a krav, and ikrav Baal Habayis ela shoifet. My el Elohim shmamino leminyana. That even because Elohim is not a normal word to use for a dayan, it should have said shofet. Rabbi Yonasan, what does he say about that? Lishna dalman nakat. Kidamrin shiman diyaslei din likarv legabi dayan. Someone who has a din should go to a judge. We know that. Whether he's called Elohim or a Shofet, there's no drasha there. Rabbi Yoshia Lesley, based in note. What about the argument Rabbi Yonasan made, 1 and 1? Well, we can't have a split bezin. We need to add a third. Vatani Rabbi Yezer ben Oshel Rabbi Yosef Li Oimer Matam Adlomar Lin Tos Achrei Rabim Latos. You have to follow the majority. Atoira Amra Aselacha based in note. You have to have a bezdin that's an odd bezdin, so you'll always have ability to not have an even bezdin. Sarvalak Rabbi Yehuda, Sha'amar Shivim. In our mission, it says the Sanhedrin in Yerushalayim was 70, which is also equal. As it says, Sanhedrin G'dolai Sashal Shivim Ve'echad. Rabbi Yehuda Omer Shivim. According to Rabbi Yehuda, there's no chiyuv to make a bezdin nota. Eimer Deshamis Rabbi Yehuda by Sanhedrin G'dola. Diksivi Kro. There it says Esfeli Shivimish. But Bishar Beidinim Ishamisle. We don't know that by other Beis Dinim Rabbi Yehuda would agree that you need an equal bezdin. V'chite Meloshna. That maybe you'll tell me Rabbi Yehuda doesn't argue. He does, because Smichas Sekenim Varifa Segla B'Shloisha Divrei B'Shimon. Rabbi Shimon says that when you do smicha for a Talmid Chacham or you do Egla Ruf, you need 3. Rav Yehuda Omer b'chamisha. Ve'amrina. My time at Rav Yehuda, because it says v'samchu ziknei ha'eda es yideyam al rosh ha'par lifnei Hashem. Samchu is plural. That's already shnayim. Ziknei is plural shnayim. Ve'en bezin shokel mosim elim dorecha. So we see clearly that Rabbi Yehuda holds of the shita that you can't have an even bezin. Arekan chamisha. So Rabbi Yehuda himself uses this concept of based in shakel. But Rabbi Yoshia different from Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yoshia is even more radical than Rabbi Yehuda. Either Rabbi Yehuda b'saner g'doyle, he did less slay. Only by the big Sanhedrin, Rabbi Yehuda doesn't require, a non-equal number. Habisharbi din isle. But Rabbi Yehuda says regular Beis Dinim, he does believe in that principle that there has to be an odd number. Rabbi Yeshua b'Shabbi din anami lesle. Rabbi Yeshua rejects the need to have an odd number Beis Din even by regular Beis Dinim. So then, frag the Gemara on Rabbi Yoshia, lahai lintos ma'avid. The Torah says you have to come up always that there's one side above. You can't have that with even numbers. So Rabbi Yeshua will answer, mukim law b'din nefashos. When must you always have another vote to break the tie? That's by capital crimes. Aval b'dinim amanos lo. Elahadis nan. Let's say we have a case. Two judges say zakoi. He's innocent. He has to pay. So it's 2 against 1, he's zakai. So are we going to say that Mishnah is below Rabbi Yoshia? That Rabbi Yoshia does not accept the achras of the plurality by mominus? And maybe it has to be unanimous? No. Afilu tema Rabbi Yoshia. Rabbi Yoshia will also agree that a momentous case can be decided 2 versus 1. Maisi lo b'kal v'chomer midin nefashos. Madin nefashos to chamiri. Putting somebody to death is much more stringent. Amrachman azil basaruba. All you need, you go just majority, you don't go unanimous. Dinei momenos, which is much more kal, lo kol shekain, that you only need a majority, you don't need unanimous. Then, Ton Rabbanan, Dinei momenos b'shloisha. Rabbi Yomer b'chamisha. Kidei sheyikmar din b'shloisha. He says when the Torah says 3, you need 3 people voting for the either innocent or chayiv. It's not that you need 3 and 2 versus 1. You need 3 versus 2, or 4 versus 1, or 5-0. You need a minimum of 3 voting to have the case. I don't understand. When you start off with 3, you finish the din with 2, which is the rov. So the Gemara answers, Achi Kamar. Rabbi seems to be holding that the Gemar Din has to be with 3 judges. It's not just enough rov. It has to be a Beis Din itself, 3 judges that find either guilty or innocent. Al Maksaver Tlosaki Ksivi, Big Mardin Ksivi. When the Torah wrote it about the drasha that we did about 3 dayonim, it's about Gemar Din. Not how many dayonim do you need to start the case. You have to finish with 3. Megadev bar Ravavo. Ravavo was very strongly against that. Ela me'ata teis Sanhedrin lo tzricha me'av arboy me'echad k'dei sheyimor sadin b'shivim ve'echad. Based on what Rebbe is saying, the big Sanhedrin Yerushalayim needed to have 141, so it could be 71 versus 70. Teis Sanhedrin k'tana tzricha arboim v'chamisha, or a Beis Din in a city or a shevet of 23 would need 45. So sheyigmar din b'shloisha v'esri. Ella esfeli shivim ish. Moshe was told, gather me 70 people on Rachmana. Mishas asifa shivim. Not the final verdict has to be 70. The initial gathering of the Beis Din is 70. And then it says v'shaftu ha'eda v'itzilu ha'eda, which is by dinei momenes. Now Ada we said was 10. So you need 10 and 10, it's 20. And then we said, well, you need 2, you had to win your case by 2, and you couldn't, so you need 22 versus 20, but you couldn't have Beis Din Shakel, right? 12 versus 10, you have to have 23. It's when they sit to judge, not by the Gemar Din. Mishas Kriva. So you only need Mishas Kriva, you need 3. You only need 3 to sit down with. Eloheinu Tamid Rebbe. Asher Yarshiyun Elohim. That the Dayan is going to find guilty. Yarshiun is a plural word, is hare trey. Nemer Elohim lamata v'nemer Elohim lamalo. Above it says Elohim, and at the bottom it says Elohim. Malamata shnayim af malo shnayim. So now you don't have just two; you have four. Rabbanon Yarshiun ksiv. We read it Yarshiun, but it's written Yarshiun without the vav, which is Loshen Yachid. So we only learn one dayan, not two. So it's not 2-2. It's 1-1, and then you have to in Beis Shokol, you have 3. Okay, very good, everybody. Good Shabbat.
Good
And we'll see
Shabbos.
everybody tomorrow, God willing.
Ciao.